Dear Grace, today's boring sleep story. A day in the life of Dave. That's the sound of the train leaving the station. I'm on the platform. I like to walk to the end where nobody normally does. The bricks. Never noticed this before. I hate when fucking people follow me to the end of the goddamn fucking platform. Don't they understand I want to be fucking alone? Can't they read my fucking mind? What's their fucking problem? Oh yeah, here's one. I'm gonna come all the way to where I am. Perfect. Now I'll forget about the bricks. The bricks that get rain are considerably coarser than the bricks that don't. Incoming train. It might be a noisy, sleepy story. In case you haven't noticed, there should be an decrease in noise. I started this Dear Grace on the train platform, but I'll end it back in the room. We left off at my sitting chair. I didn't give it a height, but currently it is 1 or 2 inches above my waist. So however tall my waist is, add 1 or 2 inches. That's the height of the chair. It's as wide as 2.5 of me, or 2.5 perfect asses, at least, maybe 3. So 1 perfect ass, 2.5 perfect asses is actually the length, not the width. The width might be maybe 2.25 perfect asses. From there, I'm looking at a screen behind my fridge, and my footstool, my wooden footstool. On top of the footstool, we have the swimming trunks from yesterday, which have migrated from the chair to the stool. To the stool. As has the turtleneck sweater, which I'm now putting back on the chair, which means we now have the Scene shopping bag, which I believe I've already talked about. We have a skull cap, which I'm going to put back in my pocket of the jacket. And then my backpack, or knapsack I guess, sitting on top of that. A lot of things in the old knapsack backpack, so I'll go through those before I get to the fridge. So behind the fridge is a screen from my window. I took off the entire screen because there's not that many bugs, and the few bugs that come in are welcome, unless they bite me in the middle of the night. Then I'll kill their fucking ass. Or if they're a gross spider, gone. But for some reason, Although I don't like daddy long legs anywhere else. I had one in the corner of my room for 6 months. I didn't bother him. He didn't bother me. But any of those other gross spiders are goners. And Mr. Daddy Longlegs had walked on me in the middle of the night. I would have killed the fuck out of him too. So I'm clearly not a Buddhist. Not to mention that I could probably eat an entire cow. But anyway. Today's weather report. Rain. It was raining lightly earlier. Now it's getting a lot heavier. The roads are slick. Mr. Tow Truck Operator is back in his spot. All I actually see is the back wheels and bumper. Just sitting there. Just waiting for an accident. Wow. Unbelievable. How negative can one person be? I'm kidding, they're probably paid to be there. We would want someone to jump off the bridge right now, would we? Rain is a good thing. It actually dulls the traffic noise. It combines it into more of a one-stop background noise. If that wasn't so cheap. I should get some noise cancelling earbuds. I could probably take a lot of that noise out of there. However, it seems like a lot of work, Grace. I could just ignore the problem. So, this is a black knapsack made by Dickies. It's a genuine Dickies. A little hard to see that. Doing this dark, I'm doing this in the dark, not in the dark, I'm doing this in low light. Like I live my life. I have a carabiner hooked to the top loop of the knapsack. As I said, the knapsack is black, made of, I would guess, a nylon material. It has a bit of a leatherette bottom. Get pretty good at this descriptive shit, Grace. Stand-up doesn't work out. Maybe I'll do an audio descriptor writer job. I'm sure they'd love to have me. Or maybe I could do audio descriptions for people that want to go to sleep. I want to listen to somebody that mumbles. This knapsack has 3 pockets. There's a tiny outside pocket, which contains 1 piece of nicotine gum, 2 pieces of nicotine gum, 3 pieces of nicotine gum, 4 pieces of nicotine gum, 5 pieces of nicotine gum, 6 pieces of nicotine gum, 7 pieces of nicotine gum, 8 pieces of nicotine gum, 9 pieces of nicotine gum, and I won't keep you in suspense, Grace. 10 pieces of nicotine gum, with 5 missing in the package of Nicorettes. So Nicorette gum, 4 milligram nicotine, NPN 800694771. Package is rectangular in nature with 5 columns and 3 rows. Or if I turn it left, it's in 3 columns and 5 rows. If I put it diagonally, it's 10 pieces of gum. It's been in there a while, about a month or so. I was going to get the free prescription renewed, but I decided nicotine isn't my issue, isn't my gig. I like it. If I had a cigarette in my hand right now, I'd smoke it. But I have no desire to have nicotine as some sort of mind savior. Although I still have a lot of opinions about nicotine. But I'll keep my opinions to myself, Grace. Because I know you hate my opinions. I'm kidding. I found a notebook inside the next pocket. So maybe we'll just save that for the end. Read some more random shit out. Because I'm sure you enjoyed that a lot yesterday. Probably the highlight of your day. Probably like, oh my god, this is amazing. This is spectacular. I'm just pulling all this shit out of the second pocket. Then that way I can clean it out and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Talk to you. Give you all the details of the contents of my backpack. Because I know you're very snoopy. And you want to know everything, Grace. It's fine. I understand. That's what I'm here for. Your wish is my never-ending command. Grace. So in the next pocket there was 1 pair of 99-cent sunglasses I've probably had for 6 months. Carried them around in the backpack and pocket, and they're still fine. 6 months, 99 cents. Can't go wrong. Technically $1, but whatever. I have a big pen, or a big style pen, let's see. It is made by Grand & Toy. I have a Grand & Toy pen. It's got a number on it. 960408. Medium. Blue ink. Blue lid. A white shaft. Blue plug. Sorry, blue plug. Well, I say every time I fucking try and say something, some fucking loud car has to go by. Blue plug. Then we have a clear pen, or a clear shaft pen. It has a black rubberized holding area, but it's not very rubbery. It's kind of hard. Pen top is clear. I bought a pack of 12 of these. I used up 1 the first day. Used to be that all ink or last weeks or months, but either this is a cheap pen or there's not that much ink in there. First day I used 1, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 6 of these pens. 5 of them are full. One's about half full. In the spirit of counting, 1 black pen, 2 black pens, 3 black pens, 4 black pens, 5 black pens, 6 black pens. Next, I have a small yellow sticky note, about 1 inch by 2 inches. Then on the back of it, or on the front of it, says 6694, which was my PIN code for my library card. Next, I have some rubberized caps that are used on vape pen cartridges. I have 2 tops and 2 bottoms. One set is clear, or I guess transparent, translucent, and the other set is purple. How long they've been in the bottom of that pocket, I have no idea. Maybe years. Maybe those 2 little, or 4 little rubberized things been bouncing along with me day after day, day in, day out, waiting for this opportunity where someone talks about them and gives them life and gives them meaning. Or it's just good timing and I can throw all this shit out. Gone out of my existence, Grace. I've taken them, I've chucked them, I've thrown them, tossed them into bin 13, or whatever that saying is. I actually forget. Next, we have the main pocket. And the only thing that's in there is a set of wireless headphones. Which were left behind in the house full of international students by, I assume, an international student. That would seem to be the most logical explanation, Grace. But who knows? Maybe someone just walked in off the street and set them exactly where I'd find them. Who knows? Are you sleepy, Grace? Am I putting you to sleep? Are you feeling tired? I could just do heavy breathing. That's probably not a good idea. That takes it from sad and pathetic sleep story to sad and pathetic perverted sleep story. Well, my writing is pretty bad in this notebook. There's a random number here. I have no idea who it is. I should just call it tomorrow. Here's a note that applies. I'm not sure if I can accomplish this or not. To be fair, I haven't communicated with anyone in the last 2 years. That's true. I have no idea what the reference is, but I don't care. I know the contents of that book, and I don't want to go over it. We're only 20 minutes in, so I'm not sure if you're asleep yet. Well, I don't think I want to go through the whole notebook, so we'll just go back to the room. After the footstool, whatever the fuck it's called, we have a refrigerator, which comes up to my Adam's apple. So if you ever see me measured to my Adam's apple, then you'll see how tall the fridge is. It's a Danby designer. I don't think that really means anything. And it is approximately 1 3/4 perfect asses wide. Can't measure how deep it is because the footstool's in the way, but using my eyesight, I would say about the same. Maybe a bit deeper. On the top we have Great Value Italian style bread. We have 1 slice, 2 slice, 3 slice, 4 slice, 5 slice, 6 slice, 7 slices, 8 slices, 9 slices, 10 slices, 11 slices, 12 slices, 13 slices, and then just a tiny little thin crust. So 13 1/4, 13 1/2, I don't know. Does it really matter, Grace? I don't think so. Next we have the head of a microphone. We have the head of a microphone. The sort of silvery part that goes in the top. I found this outside one day. Seemed like a sign. Not saying it is, not saying it isn't. Just saying it's odd to find a head of a microphone. Probably not a professional microphone, but not an amateur microphone either. Somewhere right in the middle. I should post a photo of this, but I won't because every time I say I will, I don't. So who cares? But walking home one day, I found this. About the time when I was ready to give up on ever being able to finish stand-up comedy. So is it a sign? Is it a coincidence? Is it whatever? I don't know, and I don't give a fuck. I've also decided instead of an hour, 30 minutes will do for today. Because I'm tired. And I recorded something else earlier. So, to be fair, I've already done my boring part for the day. Well, continue. On top of my fridge, I have 2 cloves of garlic. I bought 3 cloves. I ate 1 clove. Next, I have a package of taco seasoning. Then I have a toothbrush holder, which I used as a pretend microphone with the mic head that I found before. Technically, it's not a toothbrush holder, it's a toothbrush carrying tube used for travel where you put your toothbrush in. I converted it into a mic. However, I've decided I'm done for today. Then you only get 25 minutes, Grace. I apologize. Plus, I'm not going to improve the audio because I don't give a fuck. However, I haven't given up. And I'll talk to you tomorrow, Grace. Thank you.